Donald Trump was once again golfing all day yesterday, and through a spokesperson, he leaked that he does not give an F about even trying to make appearances, that he cares about anything. That's one of the things that leaked out. We get it, Donald. Also, Donald Trump's press secretary, chief propagandist, Caroline Leavitt, taking selfies like this with her $4,800 Louis Vuitton bag. It must be nice, Caroline Leavitt, as you and the Trump regime just literally mocks we the people. But the past 24 hours saw some of the biggest protests in the history of the United States of America. The hands-off protests were absolutely stunning in scale, scope, and size here in the United States and abroad. In an hour and a half, I'm going to post another video where I'm just going to devote it to all of the protests, highlight all of them. But let me show you, while Donald Trump was golfing, what it looked like in Chicago. Play this clip. Powerful, powerful stuff there. And let me show you also what it looked like in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Stand up, rise up. Here it is right here. Powerful, powerful stuff right there. And as you know, the MeidasTouch network was broadcasting all of it here on our YouTube and across all of our social media platforms. We take the responsibility and trust you've placed in us very seriously. We know how important it is that since we now are about to have 5 million subscribers and we're the most viewed news YouTube channel in the world, it is critical that we cover what corporate news refuses to cover: the protests. And they will continue to grow as we head into democracy summer. It's already here early. Let's take a look at what the White House was also talking about in the past 24 hours. This is real. This was a real press release issued by the White House. Seriously, the president won his second round matchup of the Senior Club Championship today in Jupiter, Florida, and advances to the championship round tomorrow. That is a serious press release issued by the Trump regime. Not making that up. They made that through their official, formal White House press channels. Well, Fox, state regime media, picked it up. Here's what Fox posted. This was a real story that Fox ran yesterday. Trump advances to championship round of Senior Club golf tournament days after imposing wave of tariffs. Well, at least they included the tariffs part there. As Ron Filipkowski, our editor-in-chief, says, Caligula, Nero, Kim Jong-Trump is about to win another fake championship on his own course while the economy tanks. Donald Trump from the golf course posting this. We need tariffs on China. And he's quoting someone named Gordon Chang. Donald Trump reposting this TikTok video that says Trump is purposefully crashing the market. This is what Donald Trump is actually posting. This isn't AI. It's a real post from the official account of Donald Trump saying Trump is purposely crashing the market. Then Donald Trump posts, watch Mark Levin on Trade with China tonight on Fox News. Also watch Lara Trump at 9. Her new show is doing great. Well, I tuned in so you don't have to. Let me show you what Mark Levin was saying when you tuned in so you can see this ridiculous state regime propaganda. Let's play it.
He is doing something that's never been done. And it's actually quite exciting and invigorating. Will there be a period of difficulty? I suspect there is. But a lot of that is the layover from the Biden regime, which spend like a bunch of drunken Marxists.
Now, last night as well, Marjorie Taylor Greene posted the following photo. It's my baby boy's birthday. He's 22. I love him so much. Heart. Buy him a beer. And then it has a link to Venmo to buy her son Derek. It links to Derek's personal Venmo. And it's a photo of him I guess, younger, killing a deer, and you can send money to him on Venmo. So as Americans are losing their life savings, as our 401ks are now 201ks or 0ks at this point, as the Trump regime is destroying our life savings, destroying our retirement funds, destroying the market, destroying the economy, destroying our businesses. Donald Trump's golfing. Caroline Leavitt, his chief propagandist, is frolicking with Louis Vuitton bags and taking selfies about how rich apparently she is. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is begging for money so that we can buy her son a beer for his birthday. Absolutely repulsive. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely vile. This another headline worth talking about. Trump's family cash registers ring as financial meltdown plays out. The party was on in Florida where Donald Trump was golfing. Yay! At the Saudi-backed Live Golf Tournament at the President's Doral Resort in Florida, and a fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, even as the markets tumbled. So the Trump regime celebrating and having the time of their lives. Talk about international news for a second. On the one hand, in Canada, you have Mark Carney, Prime Minister of Canada, saying, "We will win the trade war against the United States." Prime Minister Carney standing up very powerfully to the Trump regime. Notably, if you take a look at this from a service called Blind Spot, which is brought to you by Ground News, which I do to do my research, you see here, nobody on the right, no right-wing media is talking about Prime Minister Carney standing up to Donald Trump. You know why? Because the right wing is a bunch of snowflakes and they are not covering it at all. What's also interesting is how the right wing, though, they're not covering that story, but this is what they're bragging about as well. And again, you can see on the Blind Spot, like who's covering it, who's not covering it, and that's brought to you by Ground News. Ground News happens to be one of our sponsors. It says, Trump says Vietnam willing to cut tariffs on U.S. goods to zero to reach deal. And you see, that's what the right wing covers on this Blind Spot feature that I use. 76% right and 9% left. But do you notice why? Because it's framed as Trump says. When Trump says, that's usually an indication that it's lying. So I use Blind Spot when I do these videos in the morning, and I do these videos in the evening as well, because I want to know what's the strategy going on here by the right wing. And I even want to know what's other kind of news media covering. So I use Blind Spot. That's the feature that I just showed you. It's pretty great. It lets you burst out of your political bubble, and you get better understand how these things are being framed. I use Ground News. I think it's essential nowadays. You got to go to ground.news/MTN or scan the QR code here. We're going to give our viewers 40% off Ground News top tier Vantage plan right here, right now, which will get you unlimited access to everything I've shown you and more. The research tool that I'm literally using right now as I'm talking to you. Ground News is subscriber funded, so they don't rely on ads. That could also introduce bias. Subscribing supports our channel and their independent team working to keep the media transparent. One more time, it's ground.news/MTN, ground.news/MTN. Notably, this is interesting. Elon Musk, as his Tesla stock is tanking, as his net worth is crashing right now, he is fighting with Peter Navarro, Donald Trump's top economic advisor. So Elon Musk made a video yesterday saying that he hopes the U.S. and Europe move to a zero tariff situation. So after Donald Trump announced Liberation Day, which is Annihilation Day, Recession Day, Great Recession Day, Destruction Day, Elon Musk is making videos now saying he wants to see zero tariffs. Here, play this clip.
And I'm hopeful, for example, with the tariffs, that at the end of the day, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America. And that would be that's what I hope occurs. And also more freedom of people to move between Europe and North America, if they wish. If they wish to work in Europe or wish to work in America, they should be allowed to do so, in my view. So that has certainly been my advice to the president.
And also Elon Musk is attacking Peter Navarro and saying Peter Navarro's never built S-word. I want to share this with you as well. Jim Cramer, who is someone who masquerades as a financial analyst on CNBC, he now believes there will be a 1987 Black Monday tomorrow, that he believes the stock market will crash tomorrow worse than it ever did before, and that he thinks that he's been played by Donald Trump and that he got suckered. You think, Jim, maybe you had a responsibility as someone in finance to know what was going to happen, the way we were warning people, but whatever. Canada warns travelers to the U.S. to expect border scrutiny, including possible phone and device searches. So there's travel warnings from other countries. Basically, don't travel to the U.S. UBS says that if Trump's reciprocal tariffs stay the way they are, inflation will shortly skyrocket to about 5%. As I mentioned earlier in the video, in about an hour and a half, it's why you got to keep checking back on this YouTube channel. The next video I'm going to load is going to be, I'm going to highlight all the protests. I'm going to go one by one. I may miss some cities, and I'm sorry if I missed your city. I really am. But I'm going to do as many cities as I can. Take a look right here. The Penguins showed up to protest a hands-off event, and they've got the photo of Donald Trump, the portrait from Colorado that Donald Trump hates, traitor-in-chief. The Penguins are pissed. You've got this one, pretend we're Melania, hands off. So you had incredible signs. Again, I'm going to highlight that soon. Let me share this with you as well. Cory Booker, Senator Booker. I think I'm going to be interviewing Senator Booker soon, and I look forward to sharing that with you. Senator Booker gave an incredible town hall yesterday. Let me share with you what he said. Play this clip.
Some people might say, oh, they disappeared that person, but they're not an American citizen. Well, if there's no due process, how do you know they're not an American citizen? If they have the right to take somebody off of our streets, throw them on the plane because they don't like their tattoo, and end them up in one of the worst jails on the planet Earth without any due process, where they've already admitted that they've made mistakes, that's not our country. This is a cancer on the soul of our nation, and we have got to say no. There is a way to do this in a bipartisan manner to create more strength and safety and security, but to create an immigration system that serves our economy and upholds our values. That's what I stand for. That's what I'll fight for. Thank you.
Take a look right here. You'll see the crowd in Boston from this Boston Globe article about my friends from the Dropkick Murphys. It's been such an honor for me to become friends with Ken Casey, the lead singer of the Dropkick Murphys. They've always been on the side of workers since since the band started in the mid-1990s. And this is what he says. This is what music is for. You use it to protest. That's what we're here for. We're going to be highlighting the Dropkick Murphys performance in front of 100,000 people in Boston. I can't wait to show you that. Other headlines worth mentioning as well. Farmers are bracing for significant losses in the new trade war. From Bloomberg, Wall Street gets rude shock as Besant plays second fiddle on tariffs. Meanwhile, on Saturday, as traders and executives across Wall Street and corporate America were still reeling from the market mayhem, White House aides issued an announcement. Trump had won the second round of the Senior Golf Championship at his Jupiter Golf Club. You don't get more demented and deranged than that. Meidas Mighty. The people are rising up. I saw lots of you also in the Meidas Mighty gear that we have at store.meidastouch.com. Saw a lot of the gear at the protest, which was super cool as well. Check out MeidasPlus.com, another area where we cover the protests. MeidasPlus.com, just spell it correctly, MEIDASPLUS. MeidasTouch.com. And then next week, my brothers and I are going to be on Patreon, where we're going to do a Zoom meeting with our patrons. So there you go to patreon.com/MeidasTouch if you want to meet me and my brothers. I'm so proud of you all. You really showed the world that America is not going to take it. Hands up, hands off, elbows up. We're in this together. Americans are rising up. You have the power. You have the power. And it's people like you who are going to stop this authoritarian regime. We're all going to look back together at this moment when we said hands off, when we went elbows up, when we resisted. Stay strong. We're in this together. We love you. We're grateful for you. I'll see you soon on the next video.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.